हाँ उससे ट्राई करो, मगर आपको पीआर मैसेज आया होगा ना? नहीं, आप कैसे ज्वाइन, आपको कैसे मालूम पड़ा कि हमारा वेबिनार है? हाँ तो वो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप
We request our participants to kindly stay mute and keep their videos off. We kindly request our participants to keep the microphone mute and videos off. Thank you.
Good evening, Maha.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Nice to see you all. Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, we have received 500 plus participations, ma'am.
Okay. Good. Good.
Ma'am, I should start with a welcome speech and then I shall call upon
Yeah.
you so that you can
Sure.
continue.
Yeah.
Swarna, can we have the banner on the screen, please?
Yes, ma'am, displayed.
Can we start the session? I think almost all have come.
Mahalakshmi ma'am, we need to repost the Telegram link because there are few students who just called me.
Okay, I
Manu,
just giving a
yeah.
short URL. I'm giving a
Yes.
short URL. Reposting in Telegram. Uma madam has joined us. Welcome, Uma ma'am. Our principal has joined us. Vanita ma'am, are you
Yes,
ready?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
Shall we begin?
okay, I have reposted. Let us begin. Okay, the technical team will take care of the participants in the Telegram group. Let us begin. Already we have reached 142 and we have to repeat the session tomorrow also because of huge number. Okay, let us please go ahead.
Fine. I think there is a
Before we
background
begin,
noise.
please all of you mute your mic and video because in between the presentation it will interrupt. If you have to speak during QA session and the forum, you please discuss. Till then, keep your mute and video off. And presenters, please begin.
Mahalakshmi ma'am,
Start.
audible? Swarna, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Yeah. With principal ma'am's permission, shall we begin?
Yes, start.
Good evening, participants. Myself, Dr. Vanita Rane, Program Coordinator of Department of Multimedia and Mass Communication, welcome you all in the webinar titled Careers in Foreign Languages, jointly organized by Center for Excellence and Department of Multimedia and Mass Communication of SIES College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Autonomous, Science West, Mumbai. Center for Excellence shall complete their 12 years in the month of August, successfully catering career-related needs and offering various skill enhancement courses too. Yes, they began with Japanese and today we have more than 12 foreign languages in our kitty. My dear participants, thank you for the overwhelming response of 500 plus registrations. Yes, it's quite essential for us to develop and sustain strong footing in this global economy. You all can solicit special recognition, create new avenues abroad, explore different parts of the world, be agile and understand foreign culture. So let's be ready to develop a bilingual skill of speaking a foreign language, developing self-confidence, and nurturing a fluent you in you. I hereby call upon my honorable principal, Dr. Uma ma'am. Please take over and introduce the session so that we can inaugurate the webinar.
Thank you, Dr. Vanita. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all the students and the other participants for a wonderful webinar organized by our Center for Excellence along with the Department of Mass Media. When we speak about careers, the world is open and the sky is the limit. We have got so many of them, and our students have excelled the last few years. We have been seeing where all they have occupied a wonderful place for themselves. When it comes to Center for Excellence, as Vanita rightly said, we have recently celebrated 12 years of its existence, contributing immensely to the skill development as well as to encourage the students to get into various programs by which they can prove themselves that beyond academics, they can also have something more to offer. This opportunity or this forum that we have opened up for our students has given an impetus as far as our job and the placement is concerned. When it comes to foreign languages, last few years we have embarked on many new programs teaching our students many of the foreign languages, and some of our students have got into wonderful career opportunities also into it. And I'm very happy Ms. Manali Natu, who has agreed to our invite and is going to talk to us about the foreign language and what kind of career options we can have through that. I welcome her on behalf of SIS and also on my personal behalf. And dear students, when we are looking out for career opportunities in foreign languages, as the whole world is open up as a global village and there are no longer any barriers by which we can divide ourselves, one extra language that we learn will definitely offer a kind of greater opportunity, an edge over others whenever we get into competitive space. I invite all of you to this kind of a program where you can, as we always say, you need to discover yourself, and that is a great opportunity through this program. I once again welcome all of you for this national webinar on careers in foreign languages, Foreign Language Edge. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for orienting us. And as you rightly said, it's a hyper awesome opportunity for us to survive. So through this webinar, we shall all be guided and directed towards a bilingual skill for futuristic opportunities. Now, I would like to call upon Ms. Ruchita Karmokar to kindly introduce the speakers of the session. Over to you, Ruchita ma'am. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ruchita Karmokar from Department of Multimedia and Mass Communication. I would like to thank all the participants for joining today's session. Our speakers for today's session are Manali Nattu ma'am and Rajani Gurav ma'am. An economic graduate from Ruia College, Manali ma'am have completed MBA in HR from Wellinka College. She has completed all the levels of German and Spanish language from
Hitesh
Max
Patel
Muller
sir,
Bhavan.
please off your video. Hitesh Patel sir, please off your video.
Manali ma'am. She is a renowned linguistic professional and has been awarded scholarship for German language.
ತೆಗ್ದ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ನಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ತೆಗ್ದ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ನಿ
Request everyone to please yourself and then talk. Thank you. Since 2011, Manali ma'am has been teaching in IES Chandrakant Palkar Vidyalaya. She trains her students in several languages, and German and Spanish are her specialty. I would request Mr. Abhishek Lamani, sir, to please mute yourself. Abhishek Lamani,
ಅಣ್ಣ
sir.
ನಿನ್ ತಮ್ಮ ಹಾ ಹೆಂಡತಿಗೆ ಐತ್ಲಾ ಮೈದ್ ನಕ್ಕಾರು ದೊಡ್ಡವ್ರಿದ್ರ ಗಂಡನ್ಗಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡವ್ರಿದ್ರ ಏನಕ್ಕಾರ
Abhishek Lamani, sir, to please mute your
ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ
mic.
ಏಟ್ ಅಂತಾರ ಸಣ್ಣವ್ರದ್ರ ಸಾಳು ಅಂತಾರ.
Can you please handle the matter? Abhishek Lamani, sir. Thank you. The other speaker for today is Ms. Rajani Gurav, ma'am. She has completed her master's in English literature and has completed Topic International Exam of Korea. Rajani ma'am is an Edunica certified trainer of Korean language. Since 2015, she has been teaching Korean language in Edunica Language Center. She helps students to clear the international exam for other Asian languages as well. For example, like Chinese, Japanese, etc. Simultaneously, she helps to find job opportunities in Asian countries. She has conducted 5 training workshops by Edunica, which includes Korean language, movies, Korean games, K-pop songs, etc. So now, I welcome both the speakers to enlighten our participants further with their immense knowledge in foreign language. Over to you, Manali ma'am and Rajani ma'am.
Just a minute. I'm so sorry to welcome Ms. Rajani Gaurav to the program. I welcome you also, ma'am, and I'm sure your expertise and hearing about your connect with the Korean language and the culture will definitely benefit our students. I stand corrected. So I welcome both Manali and Rajani Gaurav for this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Uma ma'am, and thank you so much, Roshita ma'am, for your kind words. Swarna, can we start with the PPT?
Manali ma'am, can you start?
Yes.
Yes, please begin. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Swarna, can we start with the PPT?
Yes, sure.
Yes, hello guys. As we all know, today our main focus is about learning foreign languages and the various opportunities we get by foreign languages. That not only in the job field, but exactly what you can do learning a foreign language. And as ma'am already explained, currently we are having 12 years of Center of Excellence. So let's see what exactly which languages we can learn and what are the benefits of learning a foreign language. Hello.
Share your screen. You're able to.
Yeah, shared, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello. Hello. So let's
Yes, ma'am.
welcome all of you. Yeah, I welcome
We are
all
unable
of
to
you.
see your screen, ma'am.
Hello,
Hello.
Yeah,
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
right,
Screen
right.
is visible.
connection
Manali
problem.
ma'am's screen is
Hello,
visible.
hello, connective problem. Hello,
Yes, who's
Hello.
this?
Take care.
okay,
Technical
start.
team, those who are disturbing, please remove them.
Shall I begin?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. So let's welcome you. In Spanish we say hola, and in German we say herzlichen willkommen. So I welcome all of you to this webinar. Now let's see what Wolfgang Goethe said. He said, learning a foreign language, it also opens the door to a new culture. So why we should learn a foreign language and what exactly we do at Center for Excellence. What we do is, of course, we offered various language courses, we give services. Also, we offer various cultural programs. Cultural programs as in we organize various competitions such as Spell Bee, or we also organize competition like you can say essay competition, etc., or also Olympiads. Then we also help you in information services and foreign academic consulting. What I mean by foreign academic consulting here, I mean is you go to various countries and you learn. That is not only doing your masters or your bachelors, but also a particular language. Then what we can do, as we all are locked down since March, so what we can do? Yeah, so in Center for Excellence, what we do is we meet your professional needs. Yeah, we offer you various courses. As ma'am rightly mentioned, we offer more than 12 languages, not only European languages, but also Asian languages. So we guide you in English, foreign languages, as well as English courses. What I mean by English courses, yes, English is also considered as a foreign language. And for English, we have seen many of the institutes offer English speaking courses. Yes, but you need a Cambridge certification for English language. That's what we offer when we offer an English course. Then also, as I said, foreign academic consulting. Academic consulting is again for your masters or your bachelors, and even if you want to do your levels abroad, maybe German, Spain, or even Japanese. Now let's start a foreign language. There is plenty of opportunities to study or work. We also have opportunity for exchange, then science and research. In short, you get a global career. Of course, there is a tourism and hospitality industry. Then you have cultural understanding, communication. Of course, there is enjoyment of literature, music, art, and philosophy. And of course, for most important, that is travel. But even for travel, if you go to any of the countries, if we speak that particular language, it is always enjoyable. It is always beneficial to know that particular language. Then why we should learn a foreign language? As we all know, there are extensive job opportunities in India and worldwide. Then of course you can work as a translator or interpreter. You can work as a teacher or a language coach, or you can also go for intercultural trainings and tourism. Plus you can work in the area of research and development. There are many jobs in leading companies in India. And one more thing here I need to mention, Mrs. Angela Merkel, she has a dream of having minimum 10,000 schools in India where they can teach German. So as we all can see, so we can see there are 10,000 German teachers are required in few years. That is a dream job, that is to have 10,000 schools which are running by a German government, or maybe they have a German language. And what we do, we get a full support from the German government in the field of scholarship or even the research. Why we should learn foreign language? They're very easy and they're interesting to learn, and they're quite similar to English. Of course, it's an easy scoring subject in CBSE, ICSE, and also nowadays there are many SSC board, like state board schools are offering such subjects. Then If you're planning to study abroad, specifically in Germany, let me tell you guys, in Germany there is no university fee. So there it is always free of cost. But what you need to do, you need to know the German language. Then what certifications you required? If you're doing German language, you need to have the Stadtdeutsch exams which are conducted by Max Muller Bhavan. If you're doing your Spanish, you need to have DIE or DELE examinations. Again, these exams are organized by Spanish government. Then you need to have a DELE exams for French and Cambridge examination for English. Now let's learn how to greet someone in Spanish. As you all know, I simply said hola, that is hi. How to say good morning? We say buenos dias. How to say
Mr.
good evening?
Arif, kindly mute yourself and keep your video off. Thank you.
So greet anyone in Spanish, we say hola. To say good morning, we say buenos dias. And good evening or good afternoon, we say buenas tardes. Many of us are quite familiar with Spanish by the song that is Un, Dos, Tres. Yeah. Now let's see. Sachin Tendulkar and Rafael Nadal, they have met for the first time. What are they talking? Rafael Nadal is introducing saying Me llamo. If I want to tell my name, I'll be saying Me llamo. He is asking Sachin Tendulkar what is his name. So he asked the question as ¿Cómo te llamas? So Sachin Tendulkar is replying saying Me llamo Sachin Tendulkar. Then Rafael Nadal is asking where are you from? He is first saying Soy de España, that is I am from Spain. De donde eres, that is where are you from? Sachin Tendulkar is saying soy de India. So if you want to tell your name in Spanish, we say me llamo. If you want to ask someone, that is como te llamas, that is what is your name. Then Rafael Nadal is saying hablo español, pero aprendo inglés y hindi. Rafael Nadal is saying I speak Spanish, but I am learning English and Hindi. ¿Qué idiomas hablas? Sachin Tendulkar is saying hablo Marathi, Hindi y inglés. Aprendo español, yeah, but I'm learning Spanish. So how would you say a name in Spanish? That is me llamo. And how would you ask the name? That is como te llamas. Then can some of you try this dialogue? Maybe some of the volunteers here. Hello.
Me llamo Hetvi.
Yeah, can you? I'll put this dialogue here, and I want two of the volunteers. Maybe they can do such dialogues between two of you.
Okay.
The same dialogue. Yes, guys.
Soy de India, soy de España, ¿de dónde eras?
Me llamo.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Yeah. Okay, can you do with me, guys? Let's do that way. Me llamo Manali. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Manali. ¿Cómo te llamas?
You'll be doing with me, yeah? So, me llamo Manali. ¿Cómo te llamas? My name is Manali.
Me llamo Hetvi.
Muy bien. Soy de España. ¿De dónde eres,
Me
Hetvi?
hablas.
Soy de India.
Soy de
Hablo-
India.
Hablo español, pero aprendo inglés y hindi. ¿Qué idiomas hablas, Hetvi?
Hablo Marathi, Hindi, English, French, Español.
Muy bien. Gracias. So as you can see, Spanish is easy. How would you say that? Español es fácil.
Español es fácil.
Yeah, Spanish is easy. Yeah? I think you all of you can understand that. Spanish is very easy. So now let's guys move to CFR. Yeah? What is CFR? CFR is a common European framework of reference for languages. Yeah, they do have levels. The levels start from A1 till C2. What is A1? A1 is like a basic user. Yeah, A1 and A2. So if I can say, it is like a normal primary section. You can say first and second. be third. When we go to B1, B1 is like independent user. Then B2, that is like stable to well. A1 till B2, it is you can consider like your bachelor, and C1 is C2 is like your masters. Now, what exactly we need to get a job, work as a translator or as an interpreter, we need to have minimum B2 level. As we can all see, what is B2? B2 is a independent user. So to get a job, we need B2. There are many schools which also there are many schools, they also need somewhere till B1. So if you have B1 till B2, you can also work as a teacher. This is basically about European languages. I would request my colleague to give you more idea about Asian languages. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You can continue.
I will request my colleague Miss Rajni to start with Asian languages. She can give you more idea about Asian languages like Japanese, Chinese, and Korean. This is brief idea about European languages.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Very good evening. As ma'am just explained you about European languages, the importance and the career opportunities in future. So now, let's move to the Asian languages. Yes, I'm going to introduce you the three important Asian languages, which is spoken worldwide and having the best career opportunities there as well, which is Korean, Chinese, and Japanese. So first, we'll start with the Chinese, which is ni hao. Ni hao is hello in Chinese. So most of you heard Chinese is most difficult to learn as it is because of the characters, and it's difficult to understand and memorize at first. But once you get it, it's a smooth flow all over the tour of learning a whole Chinese course. And also one of the most important part is you get a scholarship after completing your third level successfully in Chinese language, which is like you get to stay in China for free education for a year. Only you have to pay for your accommodations and learn any course. Yes. So there are 6 levels of Chinese, which we start with HSK1, HSK2, HSK3, then HSKK1, HSKK2, like so. HSK1 is the basic level where you learn the Finnian script, which is the like English only, but you get to know how the characters are framed and how the language and how the culture of the country and everything. So now let's move to the Japanese language, which is Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means hello in Japanese. So as all know, Japanese has good connection with the enemy. It has captivated eye of all the world, as well as Japan is always a step ahead in technology as well. It has two scripts, which is hiragana and katakana, which one can master in Japanese within 2 years of time. And Japanese has a reverse controversy to start with, like N5, N4, N3, N2, and N1. Like these are the levels which one can start with the basic and can reach to the master level. So this is about the Japanese and the most easiest Asian language and also famous among the world, which is Korean language. Yes, and it is famous because of the BTS, K-pop, and Korean drama. So I would like to ask you people, how many of are knowing for BTS, K-pop, and the fan of Korean drama?
I know BTS. I am Army, BTS Army.
Oh wow,
And I
great.
know
Me
So this
too.
many
I am also an army.
and
great.
I know many words
Even I
of
am army.
Koreans.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Saranghae.
여보세요.
Me too, Sarangyo. 괜찮아요?
나도 사랑해요.
네. So very nice. I'm really happy to hear from you that you already knowing the few words of Korean. And if you have not seen a Korean drama, then I guess you have not seen anything of Korean language because
No,
Korean,
I have also seen
yeah,
Korean drama.
great. So which
Same
one of the
here.
dramas?
I've
Yeah.
seen plenty of dramas, Korean dramas, and even
I
Chinese
follow
dramas.
webtoon. I
Me
follow
too.
webtoon of Koreans, webtoon comics.
Even
Okay.
I read Korean webtoons.
Okay, you must have seen then the Descendant of the Sun, then the
Yes,
Parasite
yes,
movie, first
Yeah,
Korean
yeah.
one,
yes,
Yes,
Train
yes,
to
I have watched
Busan, that
Parasite.
is quite famous even. And
Havaran too.
yeah, Waran is,
Hwaran.
yeah,
Train to
correct,
Havaran.
correct.
Busan.
Train to Busan, yeah, right. Very well. So, and even BTS, who are the fan of BTS over here?
I am.
Me, I'm
Yes,
an
I'm a
army.
BTS fan.
Okay, so
I,
you're true
I
army.
joined this. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of BTS, but I have other girls band. It's like Mumbai song. They have made that song.
Blackpink.
Blackpink.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
Blackpink.
Blank
Blackpink,
Pink. Yes,
Mumbai.
yes, yes. I follow them.
Okay, very nice. So you people must have heard few words and got even know the script that is called Hangul.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Hangul language.
Yeah.
Hangul.
Yes. Yeah, so King Sejong has found the script of Hangul, which is for their own country, because first Korea used to have a Chinese characters which is called Hanja, and later on King Sejong has derived this own characters and the language which is called Hangul, and it's very easy to learn because people think that the script is difficult as just it is a vertical and horizontal lines are there. But let me tell you, as I am teaching Korean language since 4 years, and I got a very good command over the language because of the Korean dramas and watching many of the movies and the series as well. So Korean language is that easy that one can learn the alphabets just in 90 minutes. One can master the alphabets, even I can say, just in a one station. It is that easy to learn. And even you know already few words from the drama. So once you will start learning, even you will be 100% sure to write anything, read anything, and speak in Korean language. So I guess your next move will be to learn Asian language, which is Korean, rather than going for Japanese and Chinese. Yes. Any doubt for the Korean language or any other you want to ask me?
Ma'am, we can keep a Q&A session later on.
Yeah. Sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure. Yeah.
Please continue.
Hello. Now I'll ask one of our alumni to share her experience with the foreign languages. Her name is Suhani Kulkarni, and she will share her experience with the foreign languages. Suhani?
Hello.
Yes, Suhani.
Shall I begin?
Yes, please.
So my name is Mahani Kulkarni, as ma'am introduced me. I've been learning the German language for the past 4 years now. I have been learning this language since 8th standard, and now I have completed till B1 level. This year I was going to appear for my B2 exam for the German language, but due to the current situations, it got postponed. But there are so many benefits when you learn a foreign language, the exposure that you get. So at the mere age of 14 years, I was able to go to Germany as I had completed my A2 level, and I received a scholarship, and I got to spend a week in Germany, which was such a wholesome experience. You get to know the people there. You can make your friends in other countries, and the intercultural exchange that happens is such a beautiful learning experience. You know about their culture, you can share your culture along with them, and when you learn a new language, uh, you get such different scholarships. And this year as well, I got another scholarship for completing my B1 level. So as you further acquire the knowledge of a language, the better opportunities you have. So due to the scholarship, I got an internship with a company, a German company, where you get to work for a week in a German company and also do a language course in the country as well. So when you are well versed in these foreign languages and then you travel to these countries, you feel so confident because you are able to converse with them in their languages, and it is, you can say, it is better to communicate with them in their languages. I have my friends tell me that it is so nice to know that so many people are learning our languages and we get to share our experiences in our own languages. And you feel so confident when you know that yes, the language that I have been learning, so many people appreciate us for learning these languages. And when you get such scholarships, when you learn these languages, you get an amazing kind of exposure. So I'm just in the 12th grade right now, but I had the opportunity to go to Germany twice and got two scholarships. So, and not only scholarships, but even it is so good for your career prospects, and you always have, you can say, a backup plan. And I guess everyone should at least learn one foreign language, and the earlier we start, the better. So, as I started learning German at the age of 12. Right now, by the age I am 18 years old, I will master all the levels, and it is always beneficial to know a foreign languages. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Kavya Pillai here. Uh, the session so far has been absolutely wonderful. We've had a lot of responses with questions, and I hope the speakers are able to entertain them. Shall I read a few questions out for you all?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Thank you. There are several Chinese languages that are there, such as Mandarin and Cantonese. What the participant would like to know is which one is spoken more widely and is easy to learn and speak between the two, that is Mandarin and Cantonese.
Okay, sure. So Mandarin is the most spoken language all over in China. In most of the cities in China, Mandarin is the spoken language for the job purpose, even if you're working in a company over there in China. So Mandarin is the language which is the most spoken, and Cantonese is there, but the Cantonese dialects are quite difficult rather than compared to the Mandarin. And even it is less spoken, it is very in few cities, the dialects of Cantonese are used. So Mandarin is the suggested and the best to learn.
Okay, just a minute. Before we continue with the QA session, there are many queries from others. I thought I'll brief up what exactly this session is about. Then we can continue with the QA and discussion forum. See, basically what this foreign language is always at an upper edge, because being Indian, we have the intellect of capturing more languages, because within our country only we have the different culture of different languages. So we are more capable of adapting many culture. We are more capable of learning new things. So when it comes to foreign language scope here as well as abroad is being that those who do an additional language has always been an upper hand. So what today's session basically is, like Manali ma'am said, there are levels. So when you see about the levels, always you have to go from the basic to advanced level. So when you do 1 or 2 level, it is not really going to help you, because you will know what the culture is. You will just know what the language is going to do, but you won't be able to understand exactly or converse or communicate more fluently. So you need to go for being an advanced learner. As Rajni ma'am also said, there are a lot of job opportunities where in which countries there are the scope. But to fill in, I just wanted to say that when you do these languages, you go to higher levels. At least you cross B1, B2. Then there are scopes of more job opportunities. Even students, which we ourselves had an experience in last 12 years, almost those students who have done 3 to 4 levels are really doing good, because they get jobs fast. They get to go to foreign countries to pursue research based courses, like they get into management studies, they get into easily they go into research based studies, like they go get opportunity into integrated higher studies, like with graduation, they get post graduation also as a 5-year integrated program. So just to share with a student who did 3 German levels, again with Manali ma'am student only, he wanted to go to ME, means he did engineering, he wanted to go to ME, but since he need to do 100 hours of complete training, then only he can apply for the foreign universities. He got into German, and he completed his ME also post that. So this is a 5 years back content. As far as currently it is required, there is a lot of openings here only. There are many part-time jobs. Many of our students are freelancers. They get a lot of opportunity to do transcription. So this basically the session is to see during this COVID free time, you take this opportunity to learn these languages, basic to advanced level. You have a lot of time. There are a lot of online contents coming, not only with us, there are many online courses going on in which you can have an interactive session. Completed this certification post pandemic, you can see there is a lot of jobs awaiting you, lot of career opportunities, growth awaiting you. That is basically what we wanted. And as far as the languages are concerned, uh, if you do more number of levels, you yourself can be a tutor, you yourself can become a translator, you have a lot of opportunities in travel and tourism. So today's session basically we wanted to you to explore through the various languages what countries prefer. So if you are uh, determined over that after 2-3 years where you want to see yourself, please start planning now only, appear for the exams now only, and with this additional language always you will be at the upper hand. That is what I want to say. You have any questions, we have here Rajni Gura, we have here Manali Nathumal, as well as we have our alumnus who is very younger age, she got scholarship to go to German country. That is what it is. So I think this experience should take use of it. So one by one.
Yes, ma'am. There are a few questions. Uh, we we had a very interesting question, which I personally also quite was curious about. That is the ICSE board schools, which have a mandatory third language. So, ma'am, in that they have the options of languages are French, Sanskrit, and Marathi for them to appear for the 10th standard. And if they want to go for another language, say any Mandarin, or if they want to go for Spanish, they have to do the studies for that privately, as in the school or their particular institute would not provide a teacher. So any online course that they can branch out to, which you find is very useful for students to understand a foreign language, which is easy to write an exam in, which is easy to comprehend, and also helps them to speak fluently. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, should I answer or it is to Rajni ma'am?
No,
I can answer you. I can answer you with the ICSE. See, ICSE deals with the, yeah, ICSE deals with the 4 categories basically, that is reading, listening, writing, and speaking. So it is like bit tricky to learn it from online, because in the final examination, you need to write 3 things, that is a blog, a normal email, and an essay. Online, what they can start learning, but it is bit tricky, I would say, to just study for ICSE. For ICSE, they need a proper training. With the online things which you're telling me, they can at least start the language, but specifically for ICSE or beat any level, you need a proper guidance, because all these languages, specifically European languages, they all follow one pattern. Like we all are aware about IELTS, I think, like how we have IELTS, reading, listening, writing, speaking. All these languages will have the same exam pattern till your last level. That is, as I mentioned earlier, it is from A1 till C2. So from A1 till C2, it will have the same paper pattern, and ICSE that follows the same pattern. So they can have, like you can say, idea from any YouTube channel or any link, but for preparing ICSE examination, they need a proper training.
All right, ma'am. Ma'am, there's a follow-up question. After learning a language, that is, a student has studied French for around since they're in 5th grade, so 5 years, and again in their high school, that is the 11th and 12th standard. So another 7 years. So learning French is easy. You study the textbook, you write an exam regularly, you're in the loop. But after that, how do you keep in touch with the language? As French is not spoken quite often in a city like Mumbai. So how do you keep in touch with the language and learn how to speak the colloquial form of the language?
It's like very basic things. I'll share my experience when I started learning German. The first thing I did when I started learning German, we did not have like laptops, everything. The first thing I did of change the language. All we have English. I changed that language to German. So constantly I was in search like what is it called in German. Same way you can do that with your mobile phone. Change the language. Like for example, in this case it's French. So maybe he or she can change the mobile language to that particular French. Maybe if it's in English, change it to French. Then there are many websites, I would say, which offer pen friend thing. Specifically for German, we have that pen friend thing, so he can constantly touch with them. There are many groups available on Facebook where you can, constantly be in touch with the French people or maybe French friends.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, apart from that, given the time and
I
that we
just
are in,
forgot to mention one thing, and
yes,
of course now all of us like are quite aware with the Netflix and Amazon Prime. So there are
yes,
many series. Yeah, there are many series where we can watch that in that particular language. For example, Friends. Yeah, this generation is crazy about Friends. So in
yes.
some cases, yeah, you can change that language like from English. Maybe you can change it to another language. That could be German, French, Spanish, etc. Because I know like for this generation you must have by hearted like all the seasons. Yeah, so it would be very easy
Yes.
for you, yeah, to pick up or maybe
Oh,
listen to
yes,
some
that's
song.
lovely. Since actually we do have all the dialogues by hearted, I would speak for the millennials this session. We do
Yeah,
have every sentence by hearted, so it would be very easy for us to know what the
exactly.
meaning is and go ahead with it. That's quite a lovely
Absolutely.
suggestion, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
There is one more question that I got from the Telegram group that we all have. It is given the time and age that we are in, with translating apps and it's just like one click away and you are able to relate with anyone regardless of language. The language doesn't seem to be that much of a barrier. You're able to relate and understand other people,
True.
and through their music, through their cultures, we translate so quickly. Is the profession of a translator still given that much importance?
Yes, it is. Again, I would like to share my personal experience. I was doing rather translations for Audi and Vodafone for almost 6 to 7 years, and then I started doing QC also, like quality control, or you can say proofreading. And there was one PDF. The translation was totally technical, and in German there is a word called Mutter, means mother. So in that
Yes.
PDF, that word was there, Mutter, and I don't know who has translated. Could be a machine translator, like you said. You can do it on machine. So everywhere he translated as mother. And being a
Correct.
technical translator, translation, I could not get what mother has to do here. The meaning
Yes.
of Mutter in that technical aspect was true. So like total translation was a mess. I had to redo the translation again. So that is the basic, how we do it. Manual help is always required. What Google Translator does is, you just translate word to word. And what we need to do is we need to check, like for example, if that which tense that particular paragraph is, that we need to do. That's why we need human touch to that.
All right, ma'am. So, as in the context is important rather than word to word translation. That
Yes,
word comes in
yes,
handy beyond the
absolutely.
technology, ma'am. Ma'am, there's one more question. Uh, it's for from one of our participants. They are currently studying Japanese. What are the career options for this respected individual after N3 level? That is, in their studying curriculum, after their N3 level, any career options for them in the field of Japanese language?
Yes. So after studying N3 level, the person can able to at least read the script clearly and understand and speak the language. as it is, because N5, which we start with, which is a very basic, and if the person knows the script, hiragana, katakana, and kanjis very well, then the person can go for the job of a tutor, because as for the translator, at least you need to cover your N2 level. So for the job of a tutor, they can apply, or maybe for a Japanese company, if just for an work purpose, like in normal companies, the corporate thing, that they can work for.
Right, ma'am. Ma'am, for
Uh,
students who are studying Chinese and
just
Spanish. Yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry, Mahalakshmi, ma'am. Please go ahead.
See, as far as teaching is concerned, everywhere we employees or employers just see to it that if you are want to teach a profession, you should have a minimum B1 qualification. And if you are B1 qualified, you are eligible to teach only A1 level. Same goes if you are N3 qualified, you are eligible to teach only N5. Minimum, you should have 2 levels higher than the basic level which you are going to teach. So if you want to teach 2 levels, you should have completed 4 levels. That is what a basic employer looks out for. Okay,
All
that is
right.
the minimum requirement which an employer always sees. So if you want to teach, you do N3, you are eligible to teach N5. That is what it's same with French, Japanese, and even German, Spanish, all these languages. You do A1, A2, and if you have done B1, you are eligible to teach A1, but maybe not a good package, because if you are B2 qualified and you teach A1, you get a good package. So that thing you have to see. Just for experience, you can take that. That is not an issue.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Rajini, ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I wanted to know. Hello?
Yes, tell me. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to know how can one, like after having learned the language, how does one learn the colloquial terminologies? As even in Hindi, the Hindi that we learn in our textbook is so different. Hello?
Yeah, tell me. I can't hear your voice properly.
Rajini, ma'am, am I clear now?
Yeah, tell me. Yeah.
After having learned a language, say for example, having learned Hindi, how does one learn the colloquial terms in Hindi? As in, we do not always greet our friends with namaste, but we actually use English terms sometimes, and then we speak something called a Hinglish, that is English and Hindi mixed. So how does one learn to converse in a foreign language?
Okay, great. Nice question.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what I started with is, like, when I started learning a Asian language, which is Korean, I started with. So first, when you start to learn any language learning is first thing that eating a food daily. If you don't have your food one day, you feel a lack of energy and something. The same thing goes towards the language as well. Like one day, if you don't, or if you skip a practice of something, it goes same thing that you miss out of your practice of language speaking. It goes to the sea. And then second part, like how you get into the touch of language while speaking. You should first make a flashcards. That's what I started with. Like make small flashcards, and you can stick it with your room wherever you roam around. When you're at home, so suppose like bedroom, TV, chair, wherever you are there, you can just pick up the flashcards. So whenever you are roaming around there, you can just see the words and gain the vocabulary. And the best way to learn is to speak with yourself. Use the different language apps are there, and the online things are there that which you can practice with.
All
That's
right.
how you can
Thank you
keep
so
touch
much.
with the language.
And there's one more question. How can one learn an Asian language? Uh, how should one start learning the Asian languages characters, especially Mandarin? How should one start learning a language?
Okay. So Mandarin is the language where you need personal attention as a teacher, because learning online Mandarin is quite difficult, because the characters what we draw, the stroke how we draw the characters is completely different than the other European languages like German and Spanish. So you need a complete guidance of a teacher where he or she can make you understand how the stroke goes left, right, or bottom to top, like that. And you can start with just going through the numbers, basically like the 1 to 10. You can go through the alphabets, the character. You can start with the Pinyin script of the Mandarin to start with, which is give you the help to at least read the language in English.
All right, ma'am. We have Siley who is raised a hand. I'd request everyone who has a question to kindly type their question out in the chat section. I'm picking out questions to ask our speakers from the chat section. So in the chat section of the MS Teams, kindly drop your question. One of them is, which things are essential for a job interview of post based on Japanese language? What all are essential for a job interview for a post that is based in, I think, Japan?
Can you just repeat the question, please?
Yes, ma'am. The question is, what would be required for a job interview for posts that are based in areas that speak Japanese languages? Apart from, what is the qualifications required? Do you just need to know the language, or do you need to have certain levels of documents that would support it? That's the question. What documentation?
So you need to have a certified of the certain level to get a job opportunity in a particular company or any particular field. Because in even in Japan country, if you're applying for any job or something, particular companies have their different rules for the different levels. Like suppose few companies just give you the job according to your fluency of the language, because if they need a translator or interpreter, they don't require a certificate as such. If you have a good command over the language while speaking, reading and understanding, then you can go for the same. But few require your certification is in at least for the N2 or N1 level, which is the master of the Japanese language.
All right, ma'am. Thanks. Ma'am, this
Excuse me.
Pushpa Soji, could you please mute your call? Ms. Pushpa, could you please mute your call? Thank you. Ma'am, this is an interesting question from a participant named Kailash. How do extroverts and introverts approach the learning process of learning a foreign language? Is there a different approach? And if there is, what is it? If Rajni ma'am could answer my question. Rajni ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah. Yes.
Or Manali ma'am, either it works. The question is, how do extroverts and introverts approach the learning process, specifically the learning of a foreign language? Hello ma'am, have I lost you? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, Rajni ma'am? Manali ma'am?
Yes, see, again, it depends. Rajni ma'am, should I answer the question or you're answering the question?
No, Manali ma'am, you can go ahead.
Yes, Manali ma'am, please tell me.
See, what it's like a experience again. What I feel is that an introvert needs some time and space to process information, yeah, before he indulge into foreign language or even we can say communication. But I really don't think so. It makes much of a difference because as we start learning any foreign language, yeah, we all are like you can say introverts to it. So slowly and gradually, it helps, but I don't think so. It really matters. Approach would be see at the beginning approach for both of them would be same. As
All right, ma'am,
introverts
so
need
you
to
see the
take
approach
some
for
time.
both would be the same.
Yeah.
Gurudas, a kind request to you to mute your call.
So we can say in this scenario, extroverts maybe have an age if they're learning English, yeah, so that they can speak fluently, but not in the case of the foreign languages. I think they both of them would start at the same level.
All right, ma'am. Thank you. If there are any more questions, kindly drop them in the chat section. There was one for ma'am. Does music help in learning a foreign language?
Absolutely. It does. Yeah, it does help.
Ma'am,
it
will you give us instance? Would you say that the K-pop bands are playing a major role in explaining this question now?
Yes.
Right, a huge shout out for everyone who's part of the army then.
Yeah, actually, I know there are huge fans of Koreans like BTS and the army.
Yes.
I would like to tell the more details about the Korean language. Like I missed to tell about the course details for Korean who are really interested to learn the language. I can just give a little bit about the course, like what they can go for as an international level for as per their professional career perspective.
Please,
So
ma'am, please do
shall I
that.
go ahead?
Please, ma'am.
Yeah. So Korean language, as I told you, it is the easiest to learn the alphabets and all. So first level, which is the international exam, it is called Topic 1, which is valid all over the India and which is signed by the Korean embassy. So if one can want to get an opportunity to work in Korea or even in the India, like to any Korean company, so they need to appear for the Topic 1 exam, which is conducted by the Korean embassy. And here I prepared them for the Korean language exam, which covers the first and second level. So the first level, which we teach them like the basic culture of the country, then the basic terms like the tenses and everything, how we go in the English part, and the second level completely of the conversation part. So the topic 1 is the exam, which is like they are eligible to get a job in Korea and even in our country as well. So as people are more interested in BTS and Korean dramas, they can continue to watch the same to understand and get the exact pronunciation of the language and can appear for the topic 1. Like this exam happens twice in a year, which once happen in October and once in April. So this year October has cancelled because of the COVID-19. So this exam is going to happen in December. So people can
Yes.
start getting their forms now in the later the next month. So they can register themselves for the same for the exam, and they can get prepared within just 3 to 4 months of time for the topic 1 exam.
All right. Ma'am, I had a question. There are many who want to know their career options in Germany, in German language, and how to go about with the exams in German language and Japanese. Is there any particular website that could give them the absolute details of what are the levels of the studies and which are the courses that they need to take? Like TOEFL needs a foreign language if they are going for any other course, like if they want to study German, what all are the requirements, what all levels do they need to go through, and what are the courses and which institute would help them? Is there any portal or a say an online sort of a booklet that could help them navigate their interest? It's a question to
See,
both Rajni ma'am and Manali ma'am.
okay, I think I'll first explain about Germany, and then ma'am could explain about the Japanese and Chinese maybe. Like you said,
Sure,
like
ma'am.
Center for Excellence, where they can learn all the languages. And as far as German consultancy goes, as I said, we also offer them that. Like we help them with all their consultancy, that is writing their SOPs, LOR for studying in the Germany. Then as far as German goes, if your course, that is a master's course in English, the students need to know till B1 level, and it is always advisable for the students to complete the B1 level before going to Germany, because as you go there you have to do certain jobs. So for the jobs they need minimum B1 level to go to Germany, or even rather any country for that matter, because B1 is something, like I said, it's like a bachelor's. And about the TOEFL and IELTS, I also mentioned that we also Center for Excellence also gives English language certification. There are many universities which accepts one exam that is called FCE, that is first for schools, that is like a B2. That is again accepted by many universities in Europe. That B2 is that FCE exam is specifically for the English, and that this exam has advantage over IELTS or TOEFL. The advantage is that FCE score remains valid throughout like your lifetime. If it is IELTS or TOEFL course, that score is valid just for 2 years, but for the FCE, this course is valid throughout your life. So that is the main advantage. Again, Center for Excellence also offer this course as well as the examination in the college. And I could see some questions like how to, is there any classes to learn new languages? Yes, of course, we do take online classes for all the languages.
Oh, all right, ma'am. Uh, uh,
One
for
person is raising a hand.
yes, if anyone's raising their hands and has to ask a question, please drop it in the chat box.
Pushpa Shogi, yeah, she wants to, can we give one chance if they can unmute and talk and mute up, put their question or put in chat box.
Sure. Ma'am, there's a question from the Telegram group. If we have to teach English in other countries, is there any, is that a proper, is that a good advised career option? And if so, is the qualification of TOEFL required?
Which qualification? Can you repeat?
TOEFL.
TOEFL, like I mentioned just now, not TOEFL. TOEFL is required by the universities because we don't English is not our first language. So what they need to do, that is they need to complete minimum C1 level. Again, that certification should be a Cambridge certification, and this also goes for those students those who are now appearing for their BA in English. Basically, they can also go for this and then they can teach. I would recommend if those specifically are doing BA in English, they can go for the PET exam, because again PET exam is like preliminary for schools.
All
But
right.
those to go to abroad, they can minimum do B1, B2 of English, that is PET and FCE exam.
All right, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, there's a question for someone in the field of science and forensic science. Is there a benefit of learning a foreign language which would help them in their particular career, that is forensic science?
Yes, I think Germany would be the better option for them, because there are many German universities which offer master's courses, and if he or she is willing to do research, because Germany is a researcher's paradise basically, so he or she should definitely plan for going to Germany, because there are many universities, they have some really good courses in that.
Yes, ma'am is right. Like university like Georgia and many universities, including German countries, they prefer basic minimum 100 hours requirement, minimum to entry. If you are advanced, really get a good scholarship also, because there are many in science field. You have a lot of opportunities because when you apply, it depends upon your qualification and the knowledge of their language. They choose the amount of scholarship. Most of the time, they prefer giving full scholarship if you are already trained in their language. And second thing into forensic science is you can apply going through masters as an integrated study rather than degree. So you to enter you need minimum 16 years of education. So normally what do you do? You need to clear the TOEFL and these exams. So people normally take PG 1 year and they drop it. So if you're planning to go into advanced, minimum you do your MSc here, and during your MSc part 1 you apply. By the time in November, December you complete your part 2. In August you can plan to take postdoc and all that. So there is a lot of job opportunities, and you really get a very high package in Indian money wise. You really get a very high package when you complete postdoc or your do your PhD from abroad and come. That is it. Okay.
Ma'am, there's another question here.
Just a question. Can you just take that Palakshi's question, because I can't type everything. She has one question.
Yes, ma'am.
And she's been
Yes,
asking
Palakshi.
some time. Yeah.
Palakshi, would you like to unmute yourself?
Hello, Manali ma'am, Palakshi here.
Yeah. Hi, Palakshi.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted
please.
to ask, what are the career options for Sanskrit and German in Germany? What are the job opportunities for the same? Thank you.
Yeah. Currently, I have one student. She has done a master's in Sanskrit. Now she is going to Heidelberg University to do a course in Indology. As you must be aware, there are many German universities where you can do your PhD and postdoc in Sanskrit basically, and specifically course they do is Indology. So there are many opportunities in Germany, and you must be aware that German and Sanskrit they go hand in hand. So I hope
Yes,
this
yes.
answer your questions, or you need anything else you can ask besides this. And again, you need German till minimum B2 level for that,
All
because
right.
Okay, ma'am. So, what can be the job opportunities if I know Sanskrit and I then go to Germany after I know German till B2?
yeah, see, again you will be doing the course of Indology. Yeah, and
Okay.
there will be again you can be working as an assistant professor to start with when you complete, that is to start with, and then maybe you can go in research. The minimum you can start is starting with the assistant professorship. That
Okay.
means
Thank
if
you,
you
ma'am.
want, you can go into hardcore research, and then you can do much more things.
All right. Thank
Okay,
you so
okay.
much, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
for asking for your question. There is one from a participant named Deep. Where in Mumbai can we learn Mandarin? Dr. Shivaji Puri, kindly mute your voice. A request for Dr. Shivaji Puri to kindly mute your call. Um, Manali ma'am, are you able to listen to me? Am I audible?
Yes, there is echo coming. I don't know from whose PC. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, much better.
Yeah.
Ma'am, the question is, where in Mumbai can we learn Mandarin?
I
Is there
think
any
Rajni ma'am can answer
university
that
that
question.
favors Mandarin?
Yeah, so in Mumbai, you can, the center of excellence here itself, you can get the good quality of teachers, like the experienced trainer for Mandarin to get learn the language. And even in Mumbai, you can, if you're for the Cambridge one, and the our institute is there in Goregaon, which is Edunica, where we provide the language services for Chinese and the other like Japanese and the Korean as well.
All right, ma'am. A question from the Telegram group again. Uh, is a B.Ed qualification required to teach French in a junior college?
No, but they need to know till minimum C1 level. B.Ed is not compulsory, because all, like, even I'm working as, like, or you can say faculty, but it is like you can say per hour basis faculty. So we are not a full time teachers, so we don't need B.Ed, but they need to have minimum B2 till C1 level.
Yes, ma'am. A follow-up question for French itself. Is the course Alliance Française that is available in Bombay, it's most recommended for the French language. Are you to complete the entire course in order to teach French?
Can you repeat the question again? What they need to do?
Alliance Française is a institute that teaches French
Right.
in Bombay. Is it necessary to complete the entire course in order to teach French?
Okay, it is not
in
an
any
entire course. Like I mentioned in my PPT, it goes like levels from A1 till C2 level. So if you want to teach, and even like Mahalakshmi ma'am explained, they need to have minimum B1 level to teach at least A1. And I would recommend, from the personal experience, do till B2 or C1 level. And I'll just take one question with that. Vidhi is asking, is it necessary to give all the levels till C2? I think I've answered that question. Be it any language, any language, learn at least till B2 or C1 and get yourself certified. That is, and again, international certification is must, because if you go out, companies need international certification. And at the Center of Excellence, we do offer that international certifications as well, as far as Spanish is concerned, and we are moving ahead in the direction for the German as well. So we can offer like even international certification for all the three languages, that is German, French, and Spanish. And again, the international certification is by recognized international authority.
All right. Ma'am, for a job application in the United Nations, that is the UN, is it necessary if you have a master's in Chinese and Spanish, can you apply for a job? To apply for a job in the United Nations, that is the UN, if you have a qualification of the master's degree in Chinese and Spanish, are you eligible?
I think it is difficult to answer this question because it seems little bit vague, because what exactly the job requirements are, that we need to see on just a
Yes.
basis of two languages. I think it is like bit
Yeah,
difficult.
this is quite like now the person as an individual has to decide they want to flourish in which language.
Yeah.
They can't
Yes.
take two things together simultaneously, can't get designated at one position. The person has to decide ki what is their interest and which choice. Like you can't be in a two companies, two posts. That can't happen. You have to decide which company you prefer and which type of designation you want. So accordingly, you have to see. Obviously, one language you are having. There are students of ours who has done Japanese as well as French, and once they finish it's a two they simultaneously learn Japanese is a different and German. They have done it. If you are capable, you can share it. But apart from capability, career, that you have to see what you are good at. That is
All
always
right.
a dicey question.
Ma'am, there's one more question for Asian languages. Japanese, Mandarin, and Cantonese and Korean language are quite popularized and quite popular for students to go learn it. But what about Thai?
Sorry, could you please? Hello.
Hello? Yes, ma'am?
Yeah, could you please repeat the question?
Ma'am, the Thai language, is it as popular or as interesting as Mandarin and Japanese language and the Japanese language or Korean language? Do people actually, the number of people studying Thai, is that more? Is it popular?
Oh, no, no, it's not. Thai language learners are very number of less rather than compared to the Mandarin, Cantonese, and the Chinese language.
Is there a scope in the Thai language?
It is there, but it's not that as the Chinese, the Mandarin, and all the other Asian languages.
It is more of farming and food culture.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
in that way,
Yeah.
yes, they have more of farming and food culture. So you can design accordingly. Like you can go for MBA and all that. But this is
Right.
what it is.
All right. Ma'am, which university provides the CEFR exam?
Like I mentioned, CFR exams, it is like nothing but your levels, that is A1, A2, B1, B2. And as I mentioned earlier, even Center for Excellence, that is, you can give this exam in SIS College. We are constantly in touch with many of the Spanish universities as well as for German and French, where they can give the international examination. So CFR is nothing but the levels, and the CFR is a common European framework, and the certification again which they get is the international certification.
Oh, all right, ma'am. Ma'am, for someone applying for IFS, does it help to get a foreign language added to their CV for the IFS?
See, you can apply anywhere, foreign language will always act as an advantage.
Yes.
Yeah. So be it IFS or UN, yeah, if you are like mastered in that particular language, that will definitely help. That's why
Okay, there is a lot of questions
seminars
keep
say
coming.
a foreign language edge.
Uh,
That will give you edge.
All right, ma'am.
Kavya, is there any more? We are running short of time.
Ma'am, just the same
Anything
about.
very specific? Yeah, because more
Uh,
repetitive questions are there. Try to avoid
yes,
that.
that's true.
Okay.
No, ma'am. Apart from that, they're quite about the same levels in their own individual like queries about which level should they go up to and which level should they have studied till. The major questions that were there about choices and all have been covered. So I would like to inform everyone that we are having a feedback form also being circulated right after the webinar. So if there are any more questions, they can certainly either type it out in the chat box or leave it in the feedback form, which will be answered by the team. Apart from that, we are not quite having any more questions. I'll hand it over to Mahalakshmi ma'am and Anita ma'am to kindly address everyone in the session, and that will be all. Thank you very much. And Kavya Pala, as it was indeed very interesting to have had a discussion with both of you, Ms. Rajni and Ms. Manali. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kavya. Before conclusion, I just wanted to, because there were a lot of questions, more of this session was to have a discussion where people need to know the additional language will always give you upper hand. So just wanted to know what exactly you should do. This is what the forum which we could get. So there are a lot of career guidance workshops upcoming for the students. Last 2 days back we had on finance. Today we are having on foreign languages. There are many participants who had applied, and we see nearly 230 had attended. That was a really good number. If need arises, we may repeat the session tomorrow. Let us have a discussion on that in the group only. We will not open the link for anyone outside. And second, as far as the queries were concerned, where to do, how to do, you yourself can Google. I think many fail to ask about the fee structure also. That would be the main concern of the parents, not the students. So just to give an insight, like Manali ma'am, can you just give the fee structure of Max Muller and of each level? Then I'll talk ahead with what exactly we are planning to cover in this break time of COVID. So Manali ma'am,
Okay,
please, you can
okay,
talk
ma'am.
about Max Muller structure. Then I'll come back to our
I'll
part of.
give brief about what exactly the fee structure. If you're going to learn Spanish or German or French, one level outside will cost you approx 18 to 20,000. If you go to Max Muller Bhavan, one level will cost you around 24,000 plus your examination fees. Again, same with Spanish. Spanish will cost you around 14 to 15,000, and same with the French. So basically, like I said, you need to do till B1 levels. You will be approximately spending around 60 to 70,000 rupees. But that is not the case with the Center for Excellence. So I think, ma'am, can you now take it further, or should I just say hello?
Yes, yeah. So basically, what exactly is as ma'am is teaching
Ma'am,
in
can we
Max
take
Muller
one question
also.
from my
Yeah,
end?
please. First, yeah, please. Yeah. Please carry on.
Yeah, it's for both Manali ma'am and Rajni ma'am. I hope because you like all the languages, all the foreign languages, still wanted to ask out of curiosity, which is your favorite language? Apart from Korean, of course.
Okay, apart from Korean, I would like to go for Chinese.
Careful. And Rajni ma'am, yours?
No, I think she only said Chinese.
She said
And
Yeah,
Chinese.
Manali ma'am?
yeah,
Manali
if
ma'am?
I have to go again, I would
would
go
like to
for
go for
Italian.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so what exactly Center for Excellence offers? I think ma'am has already briefed it. We wanted one to know how would you utilize this time, because we are having a lot of programs upcoming. Basically, we wanted students' point of view. So money is not a concern. Here, the thing is what SIS basically goes for quality education. So we keep up to that remark. So we see our students who come to college, they are all of middle income group students and they can't afford very high. So we keep a very nominal fees. But if you plan to really go ahead with your career, you are going abroad or something, you're already well determined, you want to do, you go into this field. So those who have determined that they will do 3 levels, for them we have a consultancy package. Yeah, so that is what it is like. As ma'am said, it is 65,000. So we are offering the same consultancy. See, if one level outside is 18, so we are only charging around 7 to 8,000, or maximum level wise it is around 10,000.
Yeah,
If
ma'am,
we see
just
100-hour
like
course,
here,
it will cost.
I just like to interfere, ma'am.
Yeah,
And the teaching standards are at par with like any
as
other
yes,
institution. Yeah,
any other.
that is be it Max Muller, Allianz, or any other. Teaching is at par with it. So it is not
So
that
the
don't
quality is
think that the
not
lowest the quality
compromised.
is maintained. It is not compromised.
So, so 3 levels you do, and plus, if you are committed that you will do 3 levels and you are applying. So, as ma'am said, we'll be working, helping you which countries you should apply, what fields, how to go about all the uh, process, application to visa, everything will guide you. So that is what we are planning. So those who are interested to do any of the course with Center for Excellence, you can put in your feedback form, and we'll get back to you, or we'll be circulating one more form where you can put your list of course and interest. So with this, what you can do, you can start learning from now, because many of our SI students are here. We are having German course as credit, Spanish is giving additional credits. You get additional credit in your mark sheet, and staff members who are doing three levels, they get a faculty development program. Because in three levels we'll be covering around how much hours, ma'am? 90 to 100 hours,
Approximately
right?
220.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is what we will give you a FDP certificate, but it is a long tenure commitment. In online, we can try to finish it off faster. And second is students who are not of SIS, still they have anyone, any faculty, anyone can join. And normally we take in intake of 2025. Now with this webinars and this online mode, I think we can accommodate more. But always in the session, you will need a one-to-one conversation that can be taken in batches, I feel. So you put forth your queries, and this is not only to promote Center for Excellence. Basically, it is what you utilize this time so that you can complete levels. You can try up with translation. You can try up with freelancing part of your life, because you have a push of 4 months in your academic career. So next academic will start in July only. So in the next academic, that is post July, you will be in a marathon. Even the teachers will be in the marathon to complete the portion. So by the time you have an upper hand, so you have used it. So December, when we conduct the exams, you are already ready to appear for the exams, because right now basically we'll conduct level 1. By December you can go to level 2, and then post that is in the next end, probably Jan, ma'am, they can complete 3 levels. So
Yes.
this online content can really help you. The one which takes 1.5 years, you can complete in 7 to 8 months. Just see how
7
this
minutes.
online learning can really help you. So think, plan it, and the fee structure would remain the same, because when we go to online platform, the forum has changed, but the amount of input by the teaching mode and the teachers are not at all. So we will not compromise much on the fee structure. We will slightly reduce it. And immediately from 10th of June, we are starting with most of the online courses. So please think of, convince your parents, please plan that in after 1 year you will have lot of career opportunities which you can use this free time to plan. Okay, so coming to the conclusion, anyone has any questions so that I can propose my out of thanks? I've already put the feedback link. Yes. Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Thank
I would
you.
like to speak about BMM
Yes.
after you propose a vote of thanks.
Yes, ma'am.
Or
Yes,
shall I
yes.
do it right away?
You first. You do it right
Shall I?
away. After that, I. Yes.
Okay. Participants, since we have collaborated with Center for Excellence, for your information, South Indian Education Society, that is SIS College of Arts, Science and Commerce, which is located in Sion, we have an autonomous status and we are still affiliated to University of Mumbai. For your information, we stand 7th position in Maharashtra. Apart from that, the Department of Mass Media is 300 plus students, which is aiming to propagate professional, competent BA in multimedia and mass communication throughout its curriculum. If you join us, we have planned orientation programs, we have seminars, workshops, tutorials, internships, guest lectures, screenings, presentations, alumni interactive series, and apart from that, industrial visits as well. We are a highly competitive department altogether. We look forward for your contribution as well. For further inquiries, you can check our Telegram group. Our Instagram link will be posted there. Thank you.
Okay. Thank
Yes,
you,
madam.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes. So as this is the first time SIS College of Arts, Science and Commerce Department Center for Excellence has collaborated with BMM department. We had a very good experience. So I thank my colleague Dr. Vanita Rani and Ruchita Kamokar madam, that they had helped this event to have a grand success with the registration and the feedback process. And I would like to thank our principal, Dr. Uma Shankar ma'am, who had addressed the gathering. She has been always been supportive in all the activities of Center for Excellence, and had been always approving the requisites of the center through the management. So I thank my management, and of course today's speaker, Ms. Manali Nathu, and a student who had come to talk to us, that is Shuhani Kulkarni, and obviously the one colleague who has joined us recently from this academic year, Ms. Rajni Gurav. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I would like to thank my team of students. I always feel they are very much close to my heart. My students who are the pillar of Center for Excellence, because Center for Excellence itself means a center to meet your professional needs, and these students carry forward that by hosting this event. So it's all the event of the students, by the students, and for the students. So I thank my team, Swarna, Prem, Florina, Aditya, and everyone. If I missed anyone, I'm really sorry. You're a very long list of students who had done each and every part, even after this promotional, every message they take care. They see to that all the contents go through each and every medium like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, anything, everywhere they cover. And we have a YouTube channel. We'll try to telecast this tomorrow. Those who have missed the event, for them also, they had given their request. I thank them that they have shown their express their feelings that they want to have this session repeated. Let us see. And I thank my team in source of technical team, those who have maintained the discipline in this forum today. And last but not the least, today's participants, you all have charmed really 230 odd numbers, and that is a great thing. A great applause for you all. Thank you so much. The feedback has been already posted. To post your feedback.
Welcome,
And
ma'am. I would like to, yeah, sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, continue.
You have anyone has anything to put forth? Can please. Yeah. Just wanted to convey, feedback link will not be open for longer time. Those who are in the forum, please put it. We will not put it in the group because group is flooded with more than the participants. Yeah, ma'am.
Ma'am, many are asking for the feedback from you.
It's already put in the chat box. Chat box. We'll share that screen. I'll share that screen.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
I would like to speak few lines.
Yeah, please, ma'am.
Yeah, so I would like to give a big thanks to Mahalakshmi madam and the team. Just like I want to tell all the students that really you people are giving opportunity at under one roof to all of your students, not only the point of promotion and all, but the huge benefit of the student at just one place to learn them a foreign language and in such a like less rate according to the market what they are getting. Even they not have to find out ahead of the courses and all that all you're providing them at the one roof of your college. So really, thank you so much, Mahalakshmi madam and your
Okay, ma'am. You all can see the feedback screen.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's visible.
Feedback screen. I think it is the welcome screen. Feedback screen. I just open just a minute.
It's not visible.
No,
Okay,
but
I'll
you
open
can
it.
see the link.
Yeah, yes. I'll just link is there in the chat. No?
Yes, link is there.
Just,
I think the feedback form is now visible, right? I have shared the screen across.
Yes.
I can't see the feedback form.
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Also, the feedback form is posted by one of the participants in the Telegram group. That's okay. Everyone got it now. Somebody has copy pasted from here. One of the
enthusiastic
participants.
participant.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So,
Ma'am, the
great.
feedback form is not opening.
Maybe overloaded. They have started already now. We'll check once
Ma'am, it's
again.
all accessible. I've already opened it. I'm on
It's
it right
already
now.
open. And
Yes.
please, all of you fill it. Fill it fast. We'll keep it open for another 20 minutes. Okay. Thank you so much. Can we end the meet?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, everyone, especially your
So
team
much,
and ma'am.
everyone.
Yeah, because they have taken a lot of efforts. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks to my team. Thanks, everyone. Kavya, special thanks.
They have worked
Great.
very hard.
Very good.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Ma'am, the feedback forms are already closed. It shows that it's closed.
No, it is not closed. It might. Let me see. Check once again. Because
No,
lot
they
are
are
assessing.
saying
No.
it has been closed and we'll not be
Okay.
getting the certificate. It's already over.
No. Let me just. We'll try again. Just a minute.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah, there is some technical issue. 100 के बाद close हो गया था. Okay, fine. Rest all will get certificate tomorrow.
So we'll be not
Okay.
getting. Oh,
They all
okay.
will get the certificate, but in a week's time, all will get.
So
No.
then, if we
Those
have not
those
given a
rest
feedback,
all
then
will.
how will we get our certificate?
No, it is open now. Please check. It's open
Now,
now.
there is
It's
a
open.
presentation also that was shared prior. So according to that, they will cross-reference to see how many attended and how many weren't able to. According to that, they will soon send the feedback form within the span of 1 week. So all those who have attended, we've taken a screenshot also just for cross-referencing, and we all should share the certificate soon.
It will be
You will
available
get a
in the
copy of
email.
the feedback link in your mail. Okay, certificates you'll get it in your mail automatically. You need not contact us. Automatically, please furnish correct email ID. Those who have submitted the feedback, they can start giving the. Okay, I'll share again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
मुझे भूख लगी है मुझे भूख लगी है मुझे भूख लगी है मस्त जोरों की भूख लगी है
The feedback form is open. It is all normal, and I also could give the feedback right now, so there is no problem at all. Need not worry. For further updates, they can stay connected on our Telegram group. We shall keep on posting all the queries over there or any updates to be passed on. Shall we dismiss the meeting now?
Ma'am,
Yes.
the feedback
Can we
form
leave
is
the
not
meeting?
being able to be filled by us.
Ma'am, you can try again. We have opened it for you, then you can fill in the details. It is
I
open, ma'am.
just tried
Please
again
try
right
again.
now, but it is not happening.
Okay.
Let me just try again. I've just tried.